question I always had, and a question I'm sure a lot of people have, is it worth it to overwinter? And I just overwintered for the first time last season, which is actually my first season. And is it worth it? Yes. I mean, these are the peppers that I'm starting out with this season. You can see, I mean, they're getting pretty big, some of them, right? But they're not that big, or that big, or that big. But the other thing is, do you get fruit faster? And yes, you do. Depending on the species, if you look closely, just carefully, all these are peppers, all of them. They're everywhere. And keep in mind, we're still in May. It's not even June yet. And these are super hots. And super hots tend to take the longest. Even these are ghosts. And we've got ripe ones starting to ripen already. I already picked a couple off of this one. My Tabasco plant. These are all a year old, by the way. You could tell because they've got bark. This is a Reaper plant, and Reapers generally take the longest. I mean, I didn't get my first harvest till August of last year. And as you can see, he's got flowers. We've got a baby Reaper pod right there. Okay. Even this one. This is supposed to be a scorpion. We got some odd pods. He did produce scorpion-looking pods last year. They don't always do. Sometimes you get weird-looking pods. It's normal. But yeah, back to the habanero that I have here. This is my super habanero. These are very, very hot pods. Do not know what made this plant, but they are ridiculously hot. More pods. Pods. Everywhere. So, I mean, this thing's probably got like 30, 40 pods on it already. There's more. So, in my opinion, yeah, I mean, if you've got the space and you want to overwinter, go for it. I mean, look at the size of this Moruga scorpion plant. It's actually almost as tall as me now. I mean, give or take, it's in a pot on the ground, but that's only about 8 inches off the ground, so. And actually, we've got a scorpion right there starting to ripen. A gift for a friend who wants to die. Pretty soon I'll have more pods. I mean, I have flowers right there. So, I mean, right now it's kind of just trying to grow. But yeah, I mean, if you got the space, really all you have to do at the end of the season, and what I did was, I just trimmed back all the foliage until it was just branches. There was no leaves whatsoever. I actually left it in the pot it was in. Some people say to take it out of the pot, rinse the soil, put it into a smaller pot, you know, get rid of some roots and all that. I just brought them in as they were because I had the space. And put them under a big old T5 light, and I let them go. And I'd say maybe about 3 months ago they grew most of their foliage back, and then about 3 weeks ago I brought them in here to let them grow, and they've grown. I mean, I didn't even really harden these off. I put them in my tent, you know, and you got some scorch going on, a little bits here and there, but they don't seem to care whatsoever. I thought new leaves on an old plant would get burned up, but there's barely any burn. I don't know what that is. Maybe it's the root system's a lot bigger. Maybe the plant is just tougher in general, and it's already used to producing leaves with a lot of, you know, sensors on it. Photoreceptors. That's the word I was looking for. But I've got new growth everywhere. And he's just producing like a machine. So, overwintering, yeah. If you want to have an early harvest and probably harvest all summer long, it's worth it. I'll be curious to see. I'll be doing a second overwinter this season. I don't know if I'd be keeping all of them because they're just getting so big. But I plan on keeping 1 or 2 plants and overwintering them every year. And seeing what happens. I mean, just for an example, if I can show you, look at the size of that stalk. That bamboo there is about 1/4 inch. That's about a 1/2 inch diameter on the stalk, and then it just splits out. This one even took damage last season. Lost a branch right there. We had a really powerful windstorm. But you know, pepper plants are pretty tough. As long as you take good care of them, just don't let them run out of water. They are very, very strong plants. So anyway, that's my take on overwintering. That's my experience. And yeah, thanks for watching.